Hey Brian, I know you're a big fan of blue inks, but I wondered if perhaps you have any favorite inks that are really oddball colors. Stuff like R&K Alt-goldgrun or Dragon's Napalm, Noodler's Dragon's Napalm, that don't have many colors like them. Yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point, colors that don't have many like them is more and more difficult to come by because there's just so many options. Ones that are like truly unique. You can usually, if you get really fine in there, you can say, well, Alt-goldgrun, you know, there's army green, there's some others that are kind of close, but it really is pretty unique. But it's like there's several different olive greens out there that could be argued are close. Anyway, that gets into some details and stuff that you could get really subjective. So some ones that I have that are probably just a little bit off the beaten path, or maybe you wouldn't expect to see every day. Ones that I don't use maybe on a regular basis, but I do enjoy from time to time to be kind of different. I do stick to blues a lot, but you know, I like to switch it up every now and then. So for me, Alt-goldgrun is definitely a good one. I don't use it a lot, but it's got really nice shading. And when you're going for a green, it's really kind of interesting to go with more of an olivey kind of green sometimes. So it's neat to ink up. I usually don't go more than like a converter fill at a time with that one, but that one is fun. Noodler's Apache Sunset, shades like crazy. I love to use it in a flex pen. I don't use it on a regular basis, but I do really love its kind of color shifting properties there. Pilot Iroshizuku Yamabudo is a good one. Rachel uses that one a lot more regularly, but I'm not real big into a lot of magentas. But when I want a nice pink that pops a lot, but is still kind of dark and has good readback and stuff like that, Yamabudo is a really good one. Diamond Meadow is a green. It literally looks like fresh cut grass. I mean, it's that kind of green. So I really enjoy that one every now and then. Jerbon Emerald of Chavor is fantastic. You could certainly use that one more as a regular ink color. It's got the sheen and stuff like that, so you know, you got to clean it out of the pens and stuff like that. I don't put it in everything, so I know a lot of people who do use that ink on a very regular basis. But for me, it's a little more of a sporadic kind of thing, so I'll use that from time to time. In fact, I'm kind of wanting to ink that. Oh, we'll see. I was just thinking, like, I haven't used that one in a while. Maybe I want to use that one again. Anyway, Roaring Clinger Scabiosa. So that's another purple, but it's a little more of a dusty purple. And it's got some waterproofness properties to it too, which is really good. That's definitely high up on my list. I do like dusty purples because it's a nice shade of purple. It can be work appropriate a lot of times too, but it doesn't, like, when you read it, when you write a kind of a full page of purple, if it's really bright, it can be kind of hard on the eye. Same thing with kind of the magentas like the Yamabudo. But if you're using a dusty purple, it really helps kind of be easier on the eyes for that readback, or what I call readback. So Scabiosa is a good one. Diamond Graphite. So I know this isn't like a crazy poppy color, but it's graphite. It literally looks like you've written with a graphite pencil. I've received handwritten letters before where people have used graphite, and I look at it and I'm like, why are they writing to me in pencil? Like, don't they know I'm a pen guy? And then I get to the end and I'm like, oh, it's diamond graphite. I'm like, oh my gosh, got me again. You know, so that's kind of fun. Just to, I mean, you could also just write in a pencil, but what's the fun in that? So that one's kind of fun because it literally just looks like a graphite pencil. And then the last one I have is Noodler's Golden Brown. So that one's a nice, you know, there's several different colors kind of in that shade, but it's like an antique brown with some yellow in it that looks really nice. I think it looks, you know, it looks kind of like old tea. That one's kind of strong. It's got a lot of yellow to it. If you go with like a Jerbon Lit de Thé or something like that, it can look a little bit like a lot more like, you know, a tea stain. But the Golden Brown's got some yellow, it's got some pop to it, some good shading, and that can be a lot of fun, like that nice sepia color. It's really kind of cool. So those are some fun ones that I've used from time to time that I think you could check out.